MashaAllah, you have had a passion for education. You've invested years studying yourself, and now you've dedicated your life to educating the Muslim Ummah, MashaAllah, tabarakallah. Where did this passion for education come from?
It is something we could say inborn to some degree. Both of my parents are teachers or were teachers. They're not alive anymore. Allah
Allah
yarhamhumma.
yarhamhum.
But alhamdulillah, I grew up in a family of teachers, and instructors.
Lovely.
And they were constantly guiding me, as I grew up. And after I graduated from university and began working in the field of education, they invited me to be an Islamic studies teacher in a school which they were running in Riyadh, called Manarat Riyadh Schools.
So they took you under their wings and showed you the path for education and encouraged you. And what was the inspiration for the International Open University?
Well, the International Open University, it used to be called the Islamic Online University, but the International Open University's inspiration was, to some degree, a natural consequence of the path I was going on, in the sense that I taught in high school and junior high Islamic studies. Then I became an instructor in university in Dubai, in the American University of Dubai. Then in Ajman, I became the head of a Department of Islamic Studies. So I was constantly moving forward towards university. And by the 90s, by the early 2000s, when the internet became much more popular and education shifted to the internet, I joined that shift, tried to set up a university initially, but didn't have the necessary knowledge and information accessible to set up and run completely. So I set up a university. It ran for 1 year and then had to shut down because we didn't have the technology to do it. But that moved on. I became an instructor in an online university from Riyadh, Knowledge International University. And I set up the Department for Islamic Studies there for the English medium. And then I was invited to India to set up the first Islamic university, accredited, recognized Islamic university in India, which was set up in Chennai. And after that, after setting up that university and striving towards an international open university, which was, you could say, sabotaged by Indian security concerns. They didn't renew my visa, and the foreign instructors that I wanted to bring into India, they didn't allow them. And the foreign students that I wanted also to come and be a part of the whole project, they didn't allow them. So then at that point I said, I need to just go online myself. So that's what took me fully online in 2010.
Mashallah. That was a blessing in disguise. And that's so important for people to know that sometimes certain doors get closed, but it's Allah guiding you in a better direction. And so you took that opportunity to establish your own, the International Open University. And, in the past, people had to travel to Muslim countries. They had to spend thousands of dollars to get an Islamic education. And you have made it so affordable and accessible to all people around the globe, mashallah.